Hello friends, welcome to Vidya's cooking channel. Today I'm back with a new recipe. I'm going to be preparing hyacinth beans paratha. So you cannot find this recipe online. This is totally a recipe I came up with and it turned out very good. I've laid out all the ingredients required for the filling. All the ingredients used in this recipe will be listed in the description box below this video, or you can click the icon above this video which will direct you to my blog. In the blog I posted a detailed written recipe. Here I'll be using hulled and cooked hyacinth beans. I've shown you a detailed video how to hull and how to cook your hyacinth beans and prep it. So prep it ahead of time and reserve it. We would also require poha or flattened rice. They also call this beaten rice. You can use any version, white or red, as per your choice. Finely chopped onion, finely chopped coriander and curry leaves, green chilies. Also require garam masala or curry powder, chaat masala powder and ginger and garlic paste. So all the ingredients are listed in the description box below this video. You need not worry about the measurements, or you can click the icon above this video which will direct you to my blog. In the blog I've posted a detailed recipe. Here I'm going to grind the poha first into a fine powder format. We have ground this poha or the flattened rice and we'll reserve this powder. Here I'll be using the hyacinth beans. I'll add it to the mixer jar along with the chilies. Without adding water, I ground this into a paste. So it's formed a nice paste. You have to just pulse it and you have to grind it. Take your time and do this. I've not added water. So once the hyacinth beans is ground, I've reserved it. I've heated a wok on low to medium flame, and to the wok I've added 3 teaspoons of oil. Once the oil has heated up, I've added the onion, ginger and garlic paste. I've also added 2 tablespoons of water. I'll cook the onion till it's nice and transparent. Now once the onion turns transparent, I've added the curry powder and I've also added the chaat masala powder. I'll transfer the ground bean paste. We'll fry all the ingredients. I think many of you tried the hyacinth beans vada and a lot of people appreciated it. So thank you so much. It turned out very good. You should try the hyacinth beans vada if you have not done it. So now the bean paste has fried. At this point I've added salt as per taste. And I'll be adding the ground flattened rice powder that I prepared. That's that poha powder. In small batches I've added it, along with the curry leaves and coriander leaves. Finely chop all your ingredients so that it is easy for us to fill and roll it out. Now I'll just fry it for a minute. Check for the consistency and add the poha powder as per your requirement. Basically, this bean paste should not be sticky. If it's sticky, the bean paste will ooze out. So make it as tight as possible. So here you can see I fried the bean paste as much as I could. It's nice and firm at this point. I'll switch off the flame and allow it to cool. It's not sticking to my hand. It has turned out very good. So I've just removed it from the flame. I was casually trying this recipe and I recorded it. It turned out very good. So here you can see I have reserved whole wheat flour in a mixing bowl. I've added salt and gradually I've added water, regular water, and I'm just going to knead it into a soft dough. Just like how we prepare rotis at home. Very simple soft chapati dough is what I'm kneading. You can knead your dough ahead of time and place it in the fridge so that it rests for overnight, and the next day morning it's easy for you to prepare parathas, or for the evening also, because the more the dough rests, it is easy for us to prepare the parathas and your dough will be very nice and soft. Once you finish kneading your dough, always add oil. I've added a tablespoon of oil and I kept kneading it for a good 5 to 10 minutes. I'll allow this dough to rest till the filling has cooled down completely. So here my filling has cooled down completely. I'm just forming roundels slightly larger than a lime size. Now that I've formed the roundels using the filling, I'll also form roundels with the dough. So slightly larger than the filling, you have to form roundels, and we'll start filling the dough. Create an even roundel with the dough and gently pressing with your thumb, you have to form a well in the middle and then place your filling in the middle and seal all the edges. So this is how I form the roundel, and it's easy for us to roll out the paratha. So I'll show you a second one. Form a dough roundel. Form an even roundel first. Use both your thumbs and just press it and form a well. Once you form a well, place the filling, gather all the edges of that dough and bring it to the center and roll it again. Form an even roundel and reserve it. Here I'll be dusting the surface with extra wheat flour. While you're rolling out your paratha, also make sure to heat a tawa on low to medium flame. Let the tawa heat up and then start rolling out your roti. We should gently roll out the paratha so that the filling is evenly spread all over that paratha. Your filling should not be right in the center or it should not go to some edge. It should evenly spread and your paratha should be even. So here you can see I've rolled it out using gentle hands. And I used very less flour to roll out the paratha. So my paratha is ready. I'm going to start frying it. Since I've already heated the skillet, my tawa, I'll transfer the rolled out paratha to the tawa and I'll start frying it. Fry it on high flame. All the ingredients used in this recipe will be listed in the description box below this video. For regular updates, do like me and follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. All my social media handle links. Link to my Tamil channel will be listed in the description box below this video. This recipe is also written and posted on my blog. The blog link will be in the description box below this video, or you can click the icon above this video which will direct you to my blog. I've posted a detailed recipe how to clean hyacinth beans, how we hull it. So do watch that video. It'll be very useful. We prepare the hulled hyacinth beans and we store it in our freezer. So as required, we use it. Gently, I kept flipping the paratha and I fried it. Make sure all the edges are fried. And you add a tablespoon of oil and fry your paratha to both sides till it's nice and crispy. And it's well cooked. Your dough should be well cooked. So it roughly took me about a minute's time to fry each paratha. So once my paratha is fried, I've served it as hot as possible. So I'm going to fry the second paratha in the same manner. It's very easy to roll out also. Here you can see the filling has not oozed out. My paratha has turned out very nice and flaky and the filling is perfect. So I fried a batch of 7 to 8 parathas. We enjoyed it. So here you can see I fried the second paratha in the same manner and I'm going to serve it as hot as possible. You can garnish it with butter and serve it with some mango pickle. It was very nice. I garnished with some hulled hyacinth beans which I cooked and reserved earlier. So this is how I served it. Try this recipe, friends. If you enjoyed watching this video, subscribe to my channel. All the links to my blog and social media will be listed in the description box below this video. I will be seeing you soon with the next recipe video. This is Vidya Lakshmi. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.